Welcome back to our channel, dear explorers of the unknown. We're thrilled to have you join us on yet another journey into the mysteries that shroud our world. Today, we're venturing across the Venetian lagoon, delving into the chilling history of a place that has been whispered about in hushed tones and shadowy corners, Poveglia Island. Have you heard of this haunted place before? Does the mere mention of it send a shiver down your spine or spark a flame of curiosity in your heart? Do you believe in ghosts, spirits and haunted places, or are you a skeptic waiting to be convinced? Let us know in the comments below. As we prepare to set sail on this adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We promise to bring you more intriguing stories, more spine-chilling mysteries, and more journeys into the unknown. So buckle up and brace yourselves as we embark on this chilling voyage to Poveglia Island, a place where beauty intertwines with horror, where the past whispers tales of terror and despair into the ears of the present. Are you ready to uncover the mystery of Poveglia Island? Let's dive in. In the Venetian lagoon off the coast of Italy, there lies a small, unassuming island shrouded in mystery. A mere speck on the map, Poveglia Island is nestled between Venice and Lido in the Venetian lagoon. This island, spanning just over 17 acres, is easily overlooked due to its size and relative obscurity. However, don't let its diminutive stature fool you, for beneath its tranquil surface lurks a history so dark it sends chills down the spine of even the most hardened of souls. This is no ordinary island. It's a place where beauty intertwines with horror, where the past whispers tales of terror and despair into the ears of the present. Poveglia Island is a place where history has left a deep and indelible mark. Its story is a tapestry woven with threads of tragedy, a tale that has been passed down through generations, each one adding another layer to its haunting legend. It's a tale that has been shaped by the forces of nature, by the hands of man, and by the passage of time. The island's history is as turbulent as the waters that surround it. It's a tale of plague and death, of madness and despair, of ghostly apparitions and unexplainable phenomena. It's a tale that has given Poveglia a reputation as one of the most haunted places on Earth. As we delve into the mysteries of this island, we invite you to journey with us through time. To walk with us along its abandoned shores, to explore its forsaken buildings, to listen to the echoes of its past. We may not be able to fully comprehend the horror that has unfolded here, but we can certainly bear witness to its legacy. Poveglia Island is a place that defies explanation. It's a place that challenges our understanding of history and our perception of reality. It's a place that, despite its size, casts a long and ominous shadow. A place of beauty and terror. Welcome to the story of Poveglia Island. Poveglia's tale begins in the distant past, a time of war and refuge. Nestled in the Venetian lagoon, this tiny island first found its purpose as a safe haven during the tumultuous times of barbarian invasions. The 5th and 6th centuries were a time of great upheaval in Europe, and Poveglia provided a sanctuary for those seeking shelter from the storm. The island's strategic location made it a natural fortress, its waters offering a protective barrier against the marauding invaders. For the people of the mainland, Poveglia was a beacon of safety in an age of chaos and uncertainty. But even this haven was not immune to the passage of time. As the centuries rolled on, the barbarian invasions ceased, and the need for a refuge dwindled. Poveglia's population began to wane, and by the 9th century the island was virtually abandoned. The once bustling refuge fell into a prolonged period of silence, left to the mercy of the elements and time. Yet, this was merely the first chapter in Poveglia's long and storied history. The island may have been abandoned by its human inhabitants, but the land itself was far from forgotten. It would continue to bear witness to the ebbs and flows of history, its soil soaking up the echoes of the past. Over the centuries, Poveglia would see many faces, from humble fishermen to powerful Venetian doges. Each would leave their mark on the island, shaping its destiny in their own unique way. But beneath the surface, the island held on to its secrets, its history etched deep into the earth. The early settlers of Poveglia may have sought refuge from the chaos of their time, but they could not have foreseen the island's future. From its humble beginnings as a sanctuary, Poveglia was destined for darker times. Its journey from refuge to abandonment was only the beginning, a prelude to the horrors yet to come. Little did these early settlers know, the true horror of the island had yet to reveal itself. As centuries passed, Poveglia's dark era began, a time when death was a frequent visitor. In the 14th century, as the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death, ravaged Europe, Poveglia found a grim purpose. The Venetian authorities, in a desperate bid to protect the city, transformed the island into a quarantine station or lazaretto. Ships arriving in Venice were required to dock at Poveglia, and those suspected of carrying the deadly plague were forcibly removed and left on the island. In this desolate place, the sick were left to die, their agonized cries echoing through the silent nights. As the plague swept through Europe, the number of doomed souls arriving on Poveglia rose dramatically. The island was soon overwhelmed, and the bodies of the dead were piled high, their final resting place a mass grave, the soil tainted with the spectre of death. The lazaretto was a place of utter despair, where hope was extinguished and replaced with the certainty of impending death. The air was heavy with the stench of decay, the ground soaked with the blood and tears of those who had suffered the most agonizing of deaths. As the centuries rolled on, Poveglia's reputation grew ever darker. It became known as the Island of Death, a chilling testament to the thousands of lives claimed by the merciless plague. Even after the lazaretto closed, the island remained a place of dread. The Venetians avoided it, their superstitions fed by tales of restless spirits and eerie cries in the night. In this dark era, Poveglia became a symbol of humanity's darkest hour, a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the face of an unforgiving disease. The echoes of the dying, their cries of despair and pleas for mercy, resonate through the annals of history, leaving an indelible imprint on the very essence of the island. The echoes of the dying still linger, an eerie reminder of Poveglia's grim past. The dawn of the 20th century saw Poveglia take on a new, sinister role. As the world stepped into a new era, Poveglia Island held on to its dark past, evolving into something even more chilling. It was during this time that the island became home to a mental asylum. The imposing structure of the mental hospital was an eerie sight against the backdrop of the otherwise serene island. Its walls housed stories that would send chills down the spine of the bravest souls. The asylum was established with the intent to treat and provide refuge for the mentally ill. However, the reality was far from this noble cause. Whispers of inhumane treatments and unethical experiments echoed within the confines of the hospital. Patients were allegedly subjected to cruel procedures under the guise of treatment. Lobotomies, a controversial and risky surgery performed on the brain, were reportedly carried out with alarming frequency. The tales of abuse and torment that unfolded within the hospital walls were stuff of nightmares. The most unsettling of these tales revolved around a particular doctor. It was said that this doctor, driven by a twisted sense of curiosity and ambition, performed gruesome experiments on the patients. His obsession with understanding the intricacies of the human mind led him to cross the boundaries of ethics and humanity. The asylum, intended to be a haven for healing, instead became a playground for the sadistic. The cries of the tormented were routinely drowned out by the island's isolation. The doctor's reign of terror only ended when he himself was driven to madness, allegedly by the vengeful spirits of his victims. The hospital eventually closed its doors, but the echoes of its dark past continue to linger. The island is now a haunting reminder of the horrors that once unfolded there. The asylum stands in ruins, a silent testament to the atrocities committed within its walls. In the asylum's ruins, the screams of the tormented are said to still ring out. Even today it is said that the island is haunted by the souls of those who suffered there, their cries forever etched into the very fabric of Poveglia. With a history steeped in death and suffering, it's no surprise that Poveglia is a hotbed for paranormal activity. So let's dive into the spectral tales of this shrouded isle. Many stories swirl around Poveglia, each more haunting than the last. Perhaps the most infamous is the tale of the deranged doctor who allegedly ran the asylum during its darkest days. Legend tells that he performed gruesome experiments on patients, driven by a morbid fascination with the human brain. His spirit is said to still roam the island, tormented by the echoes of his past deeds, a malevolent presence amidst the ruins. Then there are the countless spirits of plague victims, their lives cruelly snuffed out by the Black Death. Visitors to the island have reported hearing eerie whispers, the clinking of chains, and even the pitiful cries of the long dead. It is as though the island is trapped in a perpetual state of sorrow, the air heavy with the weight of centuries of suffering. Some have even claimed to see ghostly apparitions, shadowy figures that flit through the decaying buildings and along the overgrown paths. A common sighting is of a young girl, her face obscured by the hood of her cloak, who is said to wander the island in search of her lost family. Another chilling tale tells of the crying woman. Late at night, her mournful sobs can be heard echoing across the island. Some say she was a patient at the asylum, driven mad by the horrific conditions and the cruel treatments. Others believe she was a mother separated from her child during the plague years, her spirit forever searching for her lost little one. These ghostly tales and many more are woven into the very fabric of Poveglia. They serve as an eerie reminder of the island's dark past, a past that refuses to be forgotten. Visitors who dare to set foot on the island often leave with an unsettling sense of unease, as though they have crossed a boundary into a world where the living and the dead exist side by side. These restless spirits serve as a chilling testament to Poveglia's haunted history. Today, Poveglia stands as a silent, abandoned reminder of its tormented past. This tiny island nestled in the Venetian lagoon is a world that has been left behind. Its buildings, once bustling with life and then later filled with death, now stand empty, their windows like hollow eyes staring out onto the lagoon. Poveglia is a place out of time, its dark history written into the very soil of the island. The land, once fertile, is now so saturated with human ash that it has turned into a fine black dust, a chilling testament to the thousands of lives lost here. The island's structures, too, bear the scars of their past, their walls crumbling under the weight of their own stories. Today, Poveglia is a restricted area, its shores off-limits to locals and tourists alike. The Italian government has attempted to auction off the island several times, in hopes of transforming it into a luxury hotel or resort. But these attempts have all fallen through, as if the island itself is resisting change, clinging steadfastly to its past. Yet, despite its isolation, Poveglia is not forgotten. It lives on in the collective memory of the Venetian people, its tales of horror and heartache passed down from generation to generation. It has also captured the imagination of the wider world, its legend spreading far beyond the shores of the lagoon. The island has featured in numerous books and films, its eerie atmosphere and chilling history making it a magnet for storytellers and thrill-seekers alike. In a way, Poveglia has become a symbol, a ghostly reminder of the darker side of human history. It serves as a testament to the suffering and resilience of the human spirit, a monument to those who lived and died on its soil. It is a place where the past is ever present, where every stone and every grain of dust tells a story. Though silent, Poveglia's story continues to echo through time, a chilling ghost of the past. From a refuge to a death island, from an asylum to a haunted ghost town, Poveglia's legacy is as complex as it is chilling. The tale of Poveglia is indeed a rich tapestry, woven with threads of history, mystery and legend. This small island, nestled in the Venetian lagoon, has seen more than its fair share of human drama. From the thrills of early settlement to the throes of plague-ridden despair, from the shadows of an asylum to the whispers of the supernatural. Poveglia began its journey as a sanctuary, a port in the storm for refugees fleeing barbarian invasions. As centuries rolled on, however, it transformed into a place of isolation and death, a quarantine station for those afflicted with the Black Death. The island bore silent witness to countless lives cut short, their stories etched into its very soil. But before we continue this haunting journey, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. This helps us to bring more chilling tales to life. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts about the island's history. Your support moves our channel forward, deepening the narrative. The dark shadow of the plague years gave way to another bleak chapter in Poveglia's history. The asylum years. Here, amidst the crumbling walls and echoing corridors, the island found a new identity, one tainted with tales of madness, suffering, and questionable experiments. The asylum's legacy, much like its infamous bell tower, still looms large, adding another layer to the island's haunting allure. Poveglia's past is not merely a procession of grim events, it's a magnet for legends and ghost stories that have sparked the imaginations of many a storyteller. The island's eerie atmosphere, combined with tales of tormented spirits and unexplained phenomena, have cemented its reputation as one of the most haunted places on Earth. Today, Poveglia stands as a silent sentinel, a testament to the many chapters of its history. The island, though abandoned, is far from forgotten. Its stories continue to captivate, to chill, and to remind us of the complexities of human existence. As we bid farewell to the haunted shores of Poveglia, we are reminded that history, like the island itself, is often far more than it seems.